Stop. Before you even think about buying a MacBook Air, or if you're currently holding a MacBook Neo one and feeling like you finally have the budget Mac of your dreams, you need to hear this. Something is happening deep inside the R&D labs at Apple Park that is going to make the original Neo look like a prototype. We are standing on the edge of the biggest shift in Apple's laptop strategy since the transition to silicon. But this isn't just about a new model. This is about the MacBook Neo 2, the machine that is designed to officially kill the Chromebook and the Windows laptop market for good. Welcome to my channel Tech Launch. Subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon for the new tech updates. Why now? Why is Apple doubling down on a budget line just months after the first Neo launched? It's because the first Neo was an experiment, a Trojan horse, to get Apple intelligence into as many hands as possible. But the MacBook Neo 2, that is the real play. According to high-level supply chain leaks from Taiwan and internal memos circulating in Cupertino, the Neo 2 isn't just an update. It is a complete reimagining of what a $500 computer can do. Let's talk about the heart of this machine. The first Neo used the A18 Pro, a chip borrowed from the iPhone. It was fast, sure. But the Neo 2. Reports suggest Apple is skipping a generation and moving straight to the A19 Pro. This isn't just a minor bump in speed. It's a 40% jump in CPU performance and a massive leap in neural engine capabilities. Why does a budget MacBook need that much power? The answer lies in something Apple has been hiding in the latest macOS 27 code. It's called Zero Latency Intelligence. Think about it. If the Neo 2 gets the A19 Pro, it's no longer just a laptop for students writing essays. It becomes a portable AI workstation. We're talking about real-time on-device Siri that actually understands your screen context, 12 gigabytes of RAM as the new standard to handle massive AI models, and a level of multitasking that used to be reserved for the MacBook Pro. But here is where it gets controversial. Some analysts are saying this power comes with a trade-off that has never happened in the history of the Mac. Let's look at the hardware because the screen is where the rumors get really heated. We've seen the iPad move to OLED. We've seen the MacBook Pro move to Tandem OLED. So where does that leave the Neo 2? While we likely won't see OLED here to keep costs down, there is a massive rumor about on-cell touch. For the first time in the history of the MacBook, Apple is rumored to be testing a touchscreen for the Neo 2. Wait, don't click away. I know what you're thinking. Apple said they'd never do a touchscreen Mac. But the leaked supply chain documents for the Neo 2's display panel show an integrated touch layer that doesn't add thickness. Why would they do this now? Because the Neo is aimed at the Gen Z and Gen Alpha market, users who grew up on iPads. If Apple wants to beat the Chromebook in US schools, they have to give the kids a touch interface. But they're doing it the Apple way, with a version of macOS that adapts its UI elements the moment your finger nears the glass. But there's a darker side to this update. If Apple gives the Neo 2 an A19 Pro chip, 12 gigabytes of RAM, and a touchscreen, what happens to the MacBook Air? Is Apple cannibalizing its own lineup? There is a theory that the MacBook Neo 2 isn't just an upgrade, it's a replacement strategy. By beefing up the Neo, Apple might be preparing to push the MacBook Air even higher into the luxury Pro territory, moving the Air to M6 chips